Hi, I'm Stephanie and I work for a consultancy agency in Munich that deals with online reputation management, which means that I get to deal with social media every day. And in these videos I'd like to share something with you that I learned or noticed about social media in my past week. And this week I would like to talk to you about Google Plus for businesses. Now, it's really important that we see what is the difference between Google Plus and Facebook, because they seem to be always in competition, these two. Google Plus has a lot of features that Facebook actually doesn't have, like the Hangouts, my favorite personally, the live video chat. And this is really good for businesses because they can get their customers in those live Hangouts where they can chat face to face with them. It's a real face-to-face conversation about all sorts of things. I mean, they can do events, but they can also just ask for feedback. So they get really close to their customers and they know what they're thinking about and what matters to them. So they can build loyalty and they can give their brand a face, like they can make it more personal, which is really important, I believe. And then the other good thing that Google is better at than Facebook is the search engine optimization, because obviously it's directly connected to Google. So it has a lot of features inbuilt that give your content Google juice. Like you can use a lot of keywords in your about description, you can use hashtags like on Twitter, so your content gets searchable in real time. Like when you click that hashtag, it comes into a search list with content that has the same, topic. And also it has the social search, which is sort of a third aspect, but it belongs to the search engine optimization, which means that if your contacts plus something in the search, because when you Google something you can always press the +1 button if you're logged into Google Plus, and if your contacts did that, you see that with their little profile picture, which means it's sort of a personal recommendation of that content. Like your friend says, this is cool, I give this a +1, so I guess you're more likely to click on that than on the link underneath that doesn't have his little picture next to it. So if businesses get their content to be plussed by real people, it makes it more relevant to users. And then we also have the new Search Plus Your World feature, which takes it even a step further, where you see not only the little +1, but you see whole conversations of your friends with comments and everything, and even their pictures to a certain topic. Like I typed in cake the other day and I got a lot of recipes and pictures of my friends who liked extraordinary cakes. But if you're like a finance person or even a local business, those conversations could come up in the social search of the contacts you have. So this makes others that see the content in their Google search feel it's more relevant to them because their friends also liked it. So this is on the plus side of Google Plus. Now, but Google Plus is still very young, and it only started a couple of months ago, and I think businesses really have to watch it for a while, because it's very time consuming. Because if you wanna post 2-3 times a day, then you really have to have the manpower for it, because the teaser tags have to be longer, you have to have unique and relevant content, and it has to be a mix between Facebook and your blog, what you put on Google Plus. And also it has, in Germany at least, fewer users than Facebook has. I mean, Facebook has millions of users and Google Plus just a couple of 100,000. So it's really a question of, do you have a strategy for this new platform? Like, do you actually have something to say? Or do you want to just use it for a search engine optimization? Then you can of course use that, but it's not, if you don't have a proper strategy and you don't have, like, you want to target the audience that is there, like students and IT people and graphic designers, right now, it might be a better idea to just watch it for now and develop a strategy, like have it in your backhand and be ready when it gets a bigger impact on things. But this is just my opinion based on what I found out this week, and I'm really curious to hear what you think about Google Plus and businesses. So please give me your feedback either under this video or on my blog. I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope I see you next week.